But no grassroots counter-protest is complete, I'm thinking, without a sign to wave. But what should it be? Tapestry has a catchphrase I'm considering: standing on the side of love. It's simple, easy to read, completely antithetical to the Nazi platform. Plus, it's less divisive than my original choice: die, you miserable racist bastards. Perhaps the church knows best. Our protest of the protest begins in the First Congregational Church. People all over the county have gathered for an inspirational evening service. It's all about tolerance and exclusion for people of any race, color, or, this being Laguna, sexual orientation. I arrived a little late to find in the audience Mensa's own Kathy Heflin, who also heard about the protest and decided to pop in. Between Kathy and the Unitarians, Congregationalists, and whatnot, begin an impressive gang of Nazi opposers ready to wander Laguna's uneven streets. Of course, I've never actually met a Nazi. I don't know quite what to expect. On the bad side, they killed several million innocent people. On the good side, goose-stepping preserves your pants crease. You don't have to go to the dry cleaner nearly as often. Sorry. So the plan is to split into two groups, the Jericho group and the Main Beach group. The Main Beach group will go to Main Beach to confront the Nazis with our message of tolerance and inclusion. And while we're doing that, the Jericho group will circle the church, forming a protective wall of Jericho in case the Nazis start to close in. But if I remember my Bible correctly, it's a bad metaphor. The wall of Jericho is best known for collapsing, right? Meanwhile, Group 1, including Kathy and me, are bound for the beach. We march up and down vertiginous hills, chanting slogans like, "Hey, hey, ho, ho, those racist folks have got to go." I don't disagree with that. But it seems Orwellian to be chanting those words in lockstep in lieu of conversation. At the beach, there's a party atmosphere. Have you ever noticed how people are always happy in certain places like concerts, ball games, and picnics? Well, this is like that. A great thronging crowd of diversity-loving beachgoers sharing high fives and waving hastily constructed signs. My favorite is, "Nazis are dicks," memorable for its bluntness. It's quite heartening. Everyone here is in a good mood, and I do mean everyone. So where are the Nazis? I asked Kathy, casting about for swastikas, iron crosses, or people angrily denouncing Jews. There's nothing, El Zippo, not a goose stepper to be found anywhere. Kathy points out the original protest was actually an anti-immigration group, not Nazis per se. As for where they might be, they've probably been chased off by the flood tide of counter-protesters mobbing the beach, but like this surging horde of tolerance-seeking activists, demanding an end to bigotry and hate with no one left around to complain against. That's how my friend Dave appears. Dave lives in Laguna. I've known him for decades. He's a gadfly by nature, meaning he likes to take what people are saying and champion the opposite, just to piss them off. And this evening, I must say, Dave doesn't disappoint. This counter-protest is a complete waste of time, he says. The group you're protesting has already met here 5 times at this same spot, but no one said anything until today. Why is this suddenly such a big deal? Well, the answer is obvious. It's the week after Charlottesville, where some nutcase allegedly, you have to say allegedly, drove his car into a crowd, killing someone. The awfulness of that incident and the tepid official response has fostered the need among many citizens to do something, even if it's protesting against dickish Nazis who may not actually be there. Kathy and I decided to head back. It's a pity because I learned later the Main Beach crowd was dispersed by cops on horseback. And what's more fun than cops on horseback? I also learned, courtesy of the Orange County Register, about 2,500 counter-protesters showed up that day in Main Beach, outnumbering the original rally-goers by about 40 to 1. So if any Nazis are reading this, thinking of setting up shop in Laguna, rest assured, it's a terrible idea. Just as well I didn't go with the original miserable racist bastard sign, it wouldn't have been appropriate.